Gokugenyo everyone, Starter Protagonist is here. So next week we're expected to have our winter update, which is Winterfest 2024. And after seeing some of the leaks, my expectations are still very low. We're expecting to have winter themed Snoop Dogg and Shaq skins. More of the winter themed original skins have been updated. And we're expecting to have ice on the map as well as skates as some sort of cosmetic. And we're also expecting to have new original skins to come out as well. Now, all of that sounds pretty good. However, that's not enough to get me excited for Winterfest. Ever since the beginning of Chapter 5, we had two back-to-back terrible seasonal events, which led up to being the absolute worst summer and winter events in Fortnite history. At the very least with Summer Escape, we had graffiti paints in one or two areas of the map. We had the snow cone unvaulted. There were more free cosmetics to obtain and actual new cosmetics in the item shop. However, when it came to All Sweat Summer, there were no map changes, no unvaults. We only had a few new cosmetics in the shop, barely any returning cosmetics, and only 3 free cosmetics you earn from doing quests. And we didn't even get a single trailer for this either, which is insane. Without a doubt, this is not only the worst summer event, but it's also the worst seasonal event in Fortnite history. And I heard the same excuse over and over again. Fortnite Reload and the Cybertruck event are part of the summer event. And I'm gonna be able to tell you this here. No, they are not. Fortnite Reload is its own mode, and it's probably the reason why we had such a terrible summer event, but we'll get more into that later on. Now, I will say they were putting more effort into making something to bring back the numbers because of how much chaos the Fortnite community has caused between each other during Chapter 5 Season 3. So the actual summer event got shafted in the end. And yes, I'm well aware that we've gotten a lot of content, from Metallica to Fortnite Reload to the Pirates of the Caribbean event and the Cybertruck event. That's a lot of content we've gotten for Chapter 5 Season 3. However, I think Epic should have put more effort into making a good summer event. And the same can be said for Winterfest 2023. It's hands down the worst winter event I've ever experienced. There was no winter cabin for that year, which means we had to log in each day to claim a gift, which was lame. They had a terrible LTM which had less than 1k players, only 3 items were unvaulted, barely any map changes, and because they had to make LEGO variants for every single skin, not only did most of the winter cosmetics have never returned, but for the first time in Fortnite history, there were no new cosmetics for Winterfest 2023. There were supposed to be 3 new skins to release during that time, but they were only released after Winterfest wrapped up. Also, Leela was given a holiday style, and she was an NPC on the map, but never came back in the shop until Chapter 5 Season 2. Now, I understand that Epic was on break, and even before Winterfest, they had just released the first 3 Metaverse modes. And I'm sure that most of the people at Epic were tired after so much being put into not just the first 3 modes, but also Fortnite OG transitioning into Chapter 5. And I appreciate the amount of effort into all of that. However, they should have planned everything out before going on break, or at the very least just bring out the winter cabin. As much as I appreciate the free gifts being given to me and everyone else, picking out which gift to open first until getting all of them is way more surprising and better than just logging in and opening a present. This is one of the reasons why Winterfest 2023 bombed last year. Now, I will say this, if Epic is able to plan out and release 2 back-to-back Halloween events that are such bangers, where's the love for the summer and winter events? When it comes to summer, people aren't going to be on the internet much. They're going to be busy spending more time with their friends and family. They have exams to get through. There are so many things to do outside of Fortnite, like having fun on the beach or at a local pool, going bowling, hitting the gym, having a barbecue, celebrate the 4th of July, and many more. So people are not going to spend much time on social media or video games. However, when it comes to winter, that's the time for friends and family to gather around and enjoy Christmas together, setting up decorations, setting up the Christmas tree, baking cookies and having milk as well, opening presents, and getting hyped for the things you finally got that you wanted for Christmas. It's a special tradition that comes once every year, and Epic needs to understand that. Sure, these new modes look fun to play, but the sheer focus and effort should be put on the seasonal events. These are what brings the community together to not only celebrate the wonderful time of the year, but to have fun together, gifting and receiving cosmetics, and to witness some really good map changes to fit the theme, as well as opening up presents in the winter cabin. And to see last year's Winterfest not living up to people's expectations is very disappointing. And that is exactly why I am worried about this year's Winterfest. At the time of me recording this, we haven't seen any more winter cosmetics in the shop to build up for this year's Winterfest. And like I said at the beginning of the video, there are some leaks of it, but not enough to get anyone excited. We don't know if Epic is bringing back the winter cabin, and we don't know if we're getting any new original cosmetics for the item shop. And if I'm being honest, as much as I'm enjoying the new collabs we're getting, Snoop Dogg and Shaq are not what's going to make anyone hype for Winterfest. If anything, they should have just had collabs to fit the seasonal event, rather than just having a celebrity to coincide with it. And as much as I like Spacefarer Ariana Grande, and the fact that she was part of Fortnite Mirrors 2021, I just don't think that relying on random collabs to celebrate a seasonal event is the way to go. It is absolutely criminal that we haven't seen IPs like The Grinch or Frozen being added into Winterfest. These are the perfect collabs to celebrate a winter themed event, or at the very least collaborate with Mariah Carey and have her in the game, since she has one of the most iconic Christmas songs of all time. And I think she's a better choice for Winterfest than Shaq, in my opinion. Now I will say this, as long as they don't add too many collabs while making sure it fits with the theme, it leaves more room for originality. They did this well with Absolute Doom, even though I think that's the second worst season of Chapter 5, but I think they've really done it well with Absolute Doom. They did it well with Fortnite Mirrors 2023 and 2024, and they did this with Remix Chapter 2. So I'm not sure about having Snoop and Shaq being involved with Winterfest 2024. And also, I think some of you may want to lower your expectations for this year's Winterfest. Some of you may think that there's nothing to worry about since we've gotten a banger Fortnite Mirrors this year. However, that's not a good enough reason to not be worried. The reason why there was no worries for Fortnite Mirrors 2024 was because there was nothing grand being worked on at that time. We were more focused on the Marvel season, as well as getting new Marvel cosmetics, as well as an LTM to accommodate the season. That means they had their focus on the Halloween event. Now, as for Winterfest 2023, there was less focus on the event and more focus on the 3 new modes. Then we get to All Sweat Summer. That didn't get any focus at all because they were more focused on Fortnite Reload, as well as prepping up for the Pirates of the Caribbean event. And now fast forward to now, we got Fortnite OG, Fortnite Ballistic, and Lego Brick City. That's 3 more modes added into Fortnite. If you're not seeing a pattern here, let me explain. We've been getting terrible seasonal events in Chapter 5 because there was less focus on those events and more focus on the metaverse modes. Now, I'm not saying that they shouldn't exist. I really do enjoy some of these modes, but I do think that this is the core reason why the recent seasonal events have been terrible and had less effort being put into them. Now look, I am praying that Epic proves me wrong by bringing out a banger winter event, but knowing how these events have been lackluster, I think we should have our expectations to its lowest. If anything, I think 8 modes is enough. The seasonal events should not have to suffer because of these new modes. And if this year's Winterfest doesn't turn out well, you do have a reason to lose interest in Winterfest for the future. But we'll have to see for ourselves if this will turn out good or not. I guess to close off the video, I want to let you guys and gals know how appreciative and thankful I am of all of you to how much you've been supporting me and this channel. You've given me an opportunity to continue making content that not only I enjoy, but also for you all to be entertained. And even though we may have some disagreements, that's what makes the conversations more engaging and more interesting. I mean, as long as it doesn't involve being toxic or disrespectful. This has been such a pretty good year for me, despite the few bumps on the road. I got a chance to talk to one of the best Fortnite content creators out there. I have managed to reach over 1,000 subscribers, and the content that I've been putting out has been getting more attraction and attention. But I know next year is going to be even better, and here's why. Starting next year, I'm going to try and find a way to properly stream and interact with you all, the Star Nation. And what I also want to do is give back to all of you for not only supporting my Fortnite content, but my gaming content as a whole. But in order to make that happen, I'm gonna need you guys' help on this. As you know, I just got my support creator code, which is Startastic. So it would mean a lot to me for you all to use my code in the item shop. Also, this channel is very close to being monetized, so we might have some special things going on for it, and I really do appreciate you all watching my old and new content. Doing all of this will not only help supporting the channel even more, but it also gives me opportunities to do V-Buck giveaways or just giveaways in general. And also, get your ass in the Discord server. Link in the description below as well as the pinned comment. That's the only way for you to participate in any giveaways I do. And also, you might even have a chance to play with me and the Dreamstar Squad. We'll probably do some community games in Fortnite, as well as Smash Bros, Mario Kart, whatever games we play. And you can also make new friends there too. So again, if you want all of that to happen, make sure you're in the Discord server, and if you use my support creator code, send a screenshot of you doing it in one of the channels that's supporting it. But with all that being said, thank you guys so much for the love and support. Here's to hoping Winterfest this year to be a success, and here's to hoping for a successful year of Fortnite, because I know there's a lot of content we're expecting for 2025, especially Demon Slayer and Hatsune Miku. Speaking of which, I was hoping for Hatsune Miku to come in Fortnite, and now it's confirmed that she is. So stay tuned, because for my next video, I'm going to be talking about Hatsune Miku and why her coming to Fortnite is important. Until then, this is Star the Protagonist signing out. As always, Gokugenyo, and have a Startastic day, everyone. If you enjoyed today's video, then be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn those notifications on to join the Star Nation. Also, be sure to follow my Twitter, and while you're at it, check out my previous video. Now.